I want to elaborate on one of the videos on some things that I said in a previous video, pursuant to certain things that are being broadcast to me. And you people know exactly what I'm talking about. The fact of God purifying and proving his followers through tests, that's on God's level. That's on a higher spiritual plane. And having knowledge of this does not mean you just accept things and roll with the punches. It doesn't mean you give in to the evil. You're still supposed to do everything you can to stand against and fight the wickedness and not submit to it, condone it, ignore it, or cooperate with it in any way. Because the higher spiritual plane is what it is, and this plane is what it is, and the proving process is a spiritual thing. Purging of your being, your worldview, your mind, your everything, your inner person of the wickedness. Now, in relation to other people in your external environment, you are still to fight it, not cooperate with it, not submit to it, and not obey it either. Which is basically the same thing as submitting, but and not surrender to it. So that's all I have to say on that topic. And these little insults, derogatory things, you just continual fucking, whatever, retarded shit being directed at me, and in all ways, and actually in every way, manner, whatever. Considering the vast, retarded, utmost retarded, the most retarded it could possibly be. Yes, the most retardedness it could possibly be of what has been continuously enacted against me for over two decades. Any insult or derogatory remark or comment or critique coming from anybody or coming from this thing, it's really laughable. It's just laughable. So, in view of it all, and I'm going to be called ridiculous or accused of some ridiculous thing or whatever. It's laughable. I laugh at it. And the attitude toward this all is a sober one and a serious one, because this is not a game. I know it's not a game. Well, it could be a game, but not a safe one. Not something where there's no harm or nobody's going to get hurt. That's not that kind of a game. It's a game of a murderous predator toying with its prey. You ever see a cat toy with a mouse before? That's sort of kind of like the thing. But I'm not a mouse, and you motherfuckers are not a cat. And I'm not going to be toyed with. You're toying with me, but I'm not cooperating with it. I'm not being an easy target. And the vastness and the resources involved against one individual speaks for itself. And this individual is going to remove himself from your environment, your territory, the influence of your motherfucking minions, and da 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 da. And anything beyond that, that is not, that is of a broadcasting nature through an electromagnetic field or whatnot. Once I get to where I'm going, I will endeavor in measures to sever that too. And I'm hoping that being in the area, the territory where I'm at, those in power will have knowledge of things similar to yours, and be able to protect everybody within its borders from outside harassment of that nature. If not, I have to take my own measures. But anyway, I'm sure they got the same thing you do, and if they do, well, people live by the sword, die by the sword. Those that plot evil for others shall fall into their own trap. That's in the Bible. But anyway, you're it's getting kind of to the point where and I said this before, why not drop the pretenses? And it is getting to the point where the structure of the society, the laws, da da da, is actually kind of, the pretense of that is coming down. And I'm losing faith in it. I've lost faith in it. But there's still the concept in my mind that that structure is in place. Although it has been infiltrated, so to speak, by special interest groups of all of one mind and one accord, and the positions and the authority and the different modes of society, stores, medical profession, police, government officials, da 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 da. They're all they have been. It's been embedded within by people of an agenda. So it's not an official, and this was actually kind of put forth, kind of innuendoed to me by the person that gave me birth. She said, "Did you ever think that what is happening to you was not authorized by the government or requested by the government? Not a request of the government, not being done at the request of the government?" And yes, I did. I had considered that. I've been considering that possibility. And that it's not an officially sanctioned government, thing. And it really doesn't matter because the people that make up the government and the stores and the police and the medical profession, all those things, if they are full of staff, all that, all those people are people that have an agenda that is foreign, that is not part of the stated mission of the government, and the various stated missions of each different fucking thing. And then that really doesn't matter, the stated thing, because it's no longer based. It's not real anymore. It's not. It's just meaningless front. Whereas once before it could have been, the real mission of the people that work for whatever. But that stated purpose and the front, the purpose that it's supposed to have on the surface, it is not. It has no meaning. It has become something else. And I'm wondering how far and how wide this is, or whether it's just been kept locally around me. Kind of moves where I move, stays around me everywhere I go. People get fucking, go somewhere, they get informed. Hey, this guy's coming. And it gets all set up. They either get lied to, they either get convinced of some bullshit, or they're threatened, or they're somebody within the structure, the hierarchical structure of that thing, is on part of the agenda of these people, and using their position to carry out their functions and plans through the capacity of the supposedly legitimate structure and facility, or whatever, of where they're particularly at, where they're particularly at. If for one of better words, anyway, it doesn't, and I'm not, saw a meth thing popped up. Basically a threat that they're gonna fucking overheat my device and blow it up because I'm running video while charging it, which I've done many times before, no problem. Anyway, I have a very strong suspicion that my direct deposit from the VA, my VA compensation, which is supposed to arrive in a couple days, is going to be fucked with. And I'm not going to elaborate on what being fucked with means, but I really have a strong suspicion, a very strong one, that the funds, not my VA compensation, is going to be somehow not available. Which then my phone service will be terminated because I will not be able to pay it, and then I will not be able to pay for transportation, buy myself supplies, and I won't even be able to call anybody. I wonder what the odds are of me being correct about this. Well, anyway, about time to fucking terminate this video. It's almost 15 minutes.